Manchester clubs are going head to head for this piece of silverware, the first piece of silverware of 2025. Two of our title rivals, City and West Ham, coolly dispatched off in one episode. Chances as you've seen, but they're not clear cut. There's a Van der Beek, Felix to open the scoring. Hold on. Slips in. I can pass in this 1-1. I feel like Jurgen Klopp right now. I'm losing it. There's a Martial, Shatire, Alanga, Anthony Alanga. Anthony, through on goal, left foot shot. Link up play going on for us. Anthony, nice ball over the top. Marcus Rashford volleys it in. 29 goals. One shot, Felix. Sometimes all it takes is that one ball in behind. There's a Rashford makes it 1-0. Okay, here we go. Wembley Stadium hosting Manchester United yet again for the 4th time this season. But this time it's the Manchester derby, so they're going to be hosting Manchester City as well as United. Donny van der Beek on the ball. Plays it down the line. Felix chases it. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's on him. Felix plays on the inside into Van der Beek. Fernandes. Anthony. Nice close dribbling by Anthony. Look at that. The best in the world has scored a really spectacular, well-composed goal. They look to do damage or cause damage. Benazir into Marcus Rashford, who can turn and drive at the City defence. Barely anyone protecting the back line. Anthony through on goal. Anthony with a second goal in the Champions League final. That's a brace for the Brazilian. Sandro Martinez, for the last time this season, lifts up another trophy, another piece of silverware, and it's the best trophy of them all. The Champions League has gone to Manchester United in the season 2024-25. Hey guys, welcome back to the RemelHD channel and welcome back for another season of this save. It's season 4 of this Manchester United save and it's episode 42. Yeah, I'd like to apologize for the lack of communication. While I've been gone, there's been no motion at all on this channel, so there haven't been any posts or any polls or anything, so I'd like to apologize for that. I did get a bit of a fever. Lately I've been getting ill way too often, but this fever lasted a bit longer than I expected. And as you already know, I was not productive at all. Yeah, when I'm ill, you won't get much out of me whatsoever. So I didn't want to upload. I didn't want to like force anything. I didn't want to give you guys content that was half-assed. I only really want to upload content that I can physically rewatch without cringing too much. So yeah, without further ado, let's head off into the episode and let's unravel some of this content. Okay, so let's talk a bit about pre-season now. So with pre-season, we did play it off camera as usual. Lately, that's what I've been doing. I think I've covered pre-season once or twice on this channel. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you want to actually see me do pre-season? Should I just live stream pre-season or just brush over it like I do now? But yeah, we won all 3 games. We won 2-0 against Frankfurt in the first match. Match day 2, we won 2-1 against Barcelona. Borussia Dortmund was match day 3 though, where we won 4-1. And yeah, as you can see, we topped the group by goal difference. These are the teams that are going to be going up against us in this episode. Liverpool, we have them in the Community Shield. Super Cup final, we have AC Milan. Brentford, they're going to be the first game in the Premier League campaign, and we're going to be taking that away trip to the Community Stadium. Fulham, we're going to be hosting them at Old Trafford, and then at the very end, we're going to Villa Park, and that's going to be the day before the transfer deadline day. So let's see what business is going to get done, what business isn't going to get done. What we're going to do now is cover the business that have been done so far. Okay, going into this campaign, I knew I only had 150 million to spend because that's what you guys have set my budget as. Obviously, I have extra incentives as well by selling people, and then I can use extra funds from those sales. But yeah, going into this campaign, we had 150 million to start off with, and we spent that as wise as we could. We spent on one player. So that was Jude Bellingham, 120 million plus Donny van der Beek. Yeah, we managed to get that deal over the line. Some will say we've been ripped off, but if you were in the negotiation room and if you saw the initial fee Barcelona wanted for him, then yeah, I feel like we did what we could. And plus, we weren't really utilizing Donny van der Beek as much as we could. This guy was getting injured very frequently. He got injured about, I think he was out 7 months last season, and the season before that he was out for about 4 months towards the end of the season. And yeah, there was not enough motion from him in that midfield. So I felt like Jude Bellingham was the marquee signing that we needed to actually help us going into this campaign. We also brought more funds in by selling and moving on the likes of Alanga and Martial. And what's surprising is they only had like a year left, and we managed to get roughly 110 million for both of them. So yeah, Alanga's gone to Atletico Madrid, Martial's gone to PSG. And another player, Stefan Louis. So this is the case of like when you first start off a save, you get a player, you think, yeah, he's a wonder kid, and then you unlock another gem. So that's pretty much the case here. I don't feel like he's going to be able to push for a first team spot because there are people underneath him or above him already that are roughly the same age as him that are pushing for first team in our save, such as Douglas Ritchie. But yeah, we sold him. We've moved him on for 3.85 million. Sad to see Stefan Louis go. He's an OG in the save. Barbosa, he's out on loan. So is Duran, Correa, Mensah, Abbas, Miranda. We've got a few players that are still loan listed that need to find loan moves as well. So yeah, our team's kind of taking its shape a bit. We still need to bring in one or two more signings. I'm not comfortable with just Jude Bellingham. It's just that I failed to get some of my targets up to this point. Yeah, just to quickly brush over it, we have a few players that have their contracts expiring within like 11 months or so. David De Gea is one of them, and so is Bruno Fernandes. David De Gea, I've seen some of you guys in the comment section below gunning for his head, saying that Diogo Costa should replace him. If I was to get rid of David De Gea, I'm just letting you guys know from now, Lafont is replacing him simply because he's the heir to the throne. Lafont's been magnificent whenever he stepped up. I don't think David De Gea should be getting like forced out of the team because what he's done for us so far in the save, he's good enough to remain in it for like maybe a season or two more. Another player to talk about, Mejbri, he's got 11 months left. I'm going to try use him as much as possible to see whether he's good enough or not. If he's not, we're going to move him on and probably like give his spot to another up and coming youth player. But yeah, moving on, Alanga has given us that extra spot in the team to basically slot in another player, and Alejandro Garnacho is the next player to go into the first team. Douglas Ritchie, he's another player that you guys have voted for to actually be featured this season as well. So you guys have to vote for two players. I think it was the two players with the highest votes got ushered into the first team. I think that's how the poll was. Forgetting my own poll. But yeah, Douglas Ritchie, he's the next guy to be ushered into the first team. And we may have enough room to sneak in a left back called Mick Hugh, if I can find him. I can't even find him. Where's Mick Hugh? Mick Hugh is actually a good left back. He's overall 78, 19 years of age, and he just came back from his loan from Borussia Dortmund. Okay, so we're going to talk a bit about our objectives before we head off into the first match of this episode. So for youth development is critical priority, but we have no objective whatsoever. Brand exposure, critical priority. Get 10 games without defeat in home matches this season. Long term, within 3 seasons, sign 4 of the best players in the world, 82 plus rated. We've done that before, we can definitely do it again. Continental success, critical priority, win the Champions League. Domestic success, high priority, win the Premier League and also win the FA Cup. Very low priority, financial, finish the season with a profit margin of 279.5 million, and we've done 32% of that objective already. Yeah, without further ado, let's head off into the first game of this episode in the Community Shield. Let's go, let's get a victory. Okay, the FA Community Shield is about to be on the way at Wembley Stadium. Manchester United and Liverpool, both their sides are out. The crowd is ready, raring to go. Let's get this season underway. João Felix. Sancho. Felix. Down this left-hand side, we have Marcus Rashford in the centre. Gonna dink it into the middle. It's cleared out by Pau Torres. And there was a bit of a follow-up from a Liverpool defender. Kokchu making his debut against United, sporting that number 7 jersey for Liverpool. Well done, Vardio. Tracking that run from Darwin Núñez. Referee, speak to that guy at number 7. Kokchu, he just took out Bruno Fernandes. Here's Timber. Go on, Rashford. Back into Timber. Go on, Felix. Rashford. Oh my goodness me. Varane, you traitor. LaCroix. Oh, poor touch by LaCroix. What are you playing at, my guy? LaCroix, it's giving the ball away. Fabinho tries to dink over the top. Timber's there with the recovery. That animation right there was looking really suspect. I don't know whether he was going to allow the Liverpool player to take it off him or... Yeah, I was just scared. There's Lafont with the ball at his feet. Distributes the ball long. Yes, with the header. Kokchu wins the ball in the air between him and Timber. Here's Darwin Nunez. Kokchu, ball played into Fabinho. Kokchu with the shot again. Again, Lafont steps up. This is what I mean. The air to David De Gea is thrown. Plays it into Dest. Back into Nunez. Kokchu. Jorginho. Rafinha. In a good position. Alexander-Arnold, his cross is drilled into the box. Doesn't go as far as Malacia. There's a corner kick to Liverpool. Alright, cool. We are being dominated. I have to hold my hands up. We are being dominated. But it doesn't mean it can't change. Ball played into the box. Well done, Lafont. Commanded that area. Well done from the Frenchman. Going to distribute that out to the left. Malacia. Bellingham. Let's play this up the line. Well done, Bellingham. We've got João Felix on the ball. Plays it into Rashford. Rashford on his right foot. He makes it 1-0. That's the first goal in this game. In the Community Shield, the Northwest Derby has been lit up by Marcus Rashford. 33 minutes gone. 3 minutes just above the half-hour mark. Doesn't get any better than that. I would say it's possibly against the run of play, but we took our chance, and I'm not going to lie, that's probably the clearest of cut chances that have been in this game so far. Liverpool, they've been rushing and snatching out chances, really. So corner taken short is Luis Diaz. Plays a ball into the box. Get out, please. Thank you. No, what an attempt that was, actually. Fabinho with the overhead kick. Lafont makes the save. Makes it look easy as well. 42 minutes on the clock. We have João Felix. Retrieves the ball. Plays it forward into Bruno Fernandes. He has several options to his left. Switches play. Malacia. Plays it into the box. Fabinho gets it out, maybe. No. Varane has to follow up. Jorginho. 1 minute. Added on. Darwin Nunez. Finds Rafinha. Takes a decent touch. Running down the line. Cuts it back. Jorginho to Darwin Nunez. Skips past Bellingham. Nunez. Has the ball at his feet. Diaz. Nunez takes a really poor shot. Half time now. Half time has arrived. It's 1-0 to us. Liverpool, they are creating more chances, but what they're doing with it is very abysmal. We had one clear-cut chance with Marcus Rashford, and he definitely took that. Yeah, more of the same in the second half. Obviously, get on the ball more, have more possession. You guys already know. Malacia. Let's go, Malacia. Benazir. Rashford. Oh, he runs straight into traffic. Liverpool, their lines improved. I'm not too sure if this is a part of the update, but normally Liverpool, they have everyone got bombing forward, so there's so many through balls you can play in behind. Let's not speak too soon. Here's a Benazir. Timber. Well done, Sanch. Holds onto the ball. Benazir. Fernandes. Timber. Plays a nice ball in. Flicked on by Fabinho. João Felix tries to head it towards goal. It's a goal kick. Look at that. Deflects to the far post. I was hoping that he could get the right direction on it. First trophy over the line. First piece of silverware in the curtain raiser. Osala chasing down Lafont, applying that pressure. Shatiri flicks it on into Moukoko. He finds Garnacho down this left-hand side. Garnacho has a few options in the middle. Plays it into the centre. Oh, Sancho. How's Sancho not connected with that? Oh, wait. What's happened? Is he giving a free kick? I think he has. I think he's giving a free kick. I think that's it. I think that's it. It's 1-0. Okay, so we've won the Community Shield now. That's another trophy to add to the cabinet. That's our third Community Shield trophy in this series. And yeah, I did say going into this game, it was just going to be about sharpness and getting these players back to match fitness. So without further ado, let's head off into the next game if there's nothing in the menu going on. So with Manchester United, we are going to line up with David De Gea in goal. At the back, we have Timber, Lacroix, Martinez, and Malacia. In the midfield, we have Fernandes, Benacer, and Bellingham. Up top, we have Marcus Rashford. On the right-hand side, Anthony. And then we have, on the left, Felix. Okay, so game's underway. As AC Milan are attacking to the left, we're attacking to the right. I'm sure AC Milan are going to be playing with some pace. They got Werner up top. Leao cutting on from the left-hand side. And they have a really good playmaker in Eriksen. It's going to be very, very scary for us off the ball. And yeah, we're going to be relying on our players' intelligence tactically. Hopefully, we don't have any mistakes at the back. No position swapping from Lacroix. He loves to do that. Marino. Leao. Going forward, here's Theo Hernandez. Eriksen takes a shot. David De Gea steps up. Eriksen trying to bag a goal against his former club. 12 minutes gone. Christian Eriksen puts the ball down. It's an outswinger. Well done. Benacer with the clearance. Up against his former club. I tried to run the ball out of the box. Might prove to be a mistake. There's Tonali into Marino. Trincao. Marino. Trincao. Tomiyasu. Tonali. Oh, Trincao's in the box. He hits it near post, and it's 1-0 to AC Milan. David De Gea should do a bit better there, but AC Milan moved the ball around nicely. They broke us down. We had no chance in that moment. This is exactly what I was talking about. AC Milan, they can be very dangerous. They've got the players to move the ball around. They've got the pace as well. Playing at that tempo, things could get worse before it gets better. Cuts in. Step overs, ball rolls, you name it. What's he gonna do next? Leao with the shot, David De Gea with the save. Oh my goodness me, we're being overrun at this point. Trincao with the shot again. Martinez with a block. Comment W for David De Gea's save against Leao. Oh come on, what's going on here? Werner, Marino. Eriksen against his former club has given AC Milan a 2-goal lead. They're moving the ball around so fast, it's hard for me to keep up. I didn't know that they had this in their locker like that. Look at that. Timo Werner getting away from Lacroix, cuts it back. Marino slips in Eriksen. David De Gea, he's just gliding across the floor, hoping to get a hand on that. We definitely can provide a shock from a position like this. Just keep cool, try to get the first goal, and we can work on it from there. There's Benacer. Bellingham turns, poor touch from João Felix. I don't understand what's going on. Our players don't want to take the ball in their stride and go. They take a touch and the ball just bounces off them, or they move really, really slow. Oh, Werner in behind. Yeah, Eriksen. 3-0. 3-0. I don't know what has gone on with our defending. Maybe we should never have let Eriksen go, but he's definitely making us work. He's definitely making us look stupid right now. Goodness me. 3-0. 3-0 down. 3-0 down. Going into the interval. Match sharpness, I'm telling you, it makes a massive difference. Oh, all over the top. Theo Hernandez with the head up. Tomiyasu follows up. João Felix heads it down. Rashford. One goal back. Anthony with that goal. Best in the world. Come on. Look, Rashford. Better run than that, Rashford. Better ball than that, Sancho. It's really poor. But we intercept the ball across the pitch. They show Shature. Again, struggling. Referee, please. Don't end the game. Don't put an end to the game, please. Don't send them off. Okay, yellow card. There's still a bit of fight left. It was a poor challenge, to be fair. Sancho again. Timber. Shature shifts the ball to his left foot, and Corbett is there with the block. Lacroix. Timber. We're going to try this again. Malacia. Let's go. Fernandes. Shature. Anthony. Mukoko, 3-2. 3-2 is the scoreline at the moment. Is that a way back into the game? Mukoko smashes it to the right-hand side of the goal. Just like majority of the second half. 2 minutes added on. And may not be an opportunity for us to get back into the game. As Milan seem to be playing down the clock and they've got the final goal. It's 4-2. And who is it? It's Guerreri, the player that's come off the bench, puts the nail in the coffin. AC Milan have officially secured themselves the Super Cup at our expense. You win some, you lose some. We're not really used to losing the Super Cup finals, but there's a first for everything. To lift this trophy, the Super Cup has gone to the Italian giants. It's not coming back to Old Trafford with us. And yeah, I mean, we started off the game really poor. We allowed them to take control and dictate the tempo. And defensively, we look very, very confused. Goalkeeping wise, yeah, David De Gea, he just got obliterated. And going forward as well, we definitely need to work on our movement up front. Hopefully, it's just a case of match sharpness. Okay, so winning the title is a must, is the headline just before we head off into the first game of the Premier League campaign, and that's going to be against Brentford, as you already know. Yeah, that defeat was quite bad, if I'm honest with you. 4-2, not really what I envisioned going into that game. So because of that, it has sparked us to try and move as aggressively as we can in the market. So we have gone back in for Harvey Elliott. 53 million is the offer that we put in, but I don't think we're going any higher than 60 million. I think that's the bar that we've set. So let's see if Leicester City are going to play ball. We do need another central midfielder because our midfield was non-existent. We do need to go in for another centre back. We are waiting for I think we are waiting for a report on this guy here, Antonio Silva from Benfica. So yeah, we're gonna wait to see what happens with that. We may bring in another centre back after we bring in Harvey Elliott. So yeah, we're not sitting on our hands twiddling our thumbs. We are trying to be as active as we can in the market. Okay, so the Premier League is about to get underway for the first game, match day 1. And Lisandro Martinez is leading us out. We have made a few changes in terms of personnel in the starting 11, and we'll go over them as we get the game kicked off. Okay, so yeah, we made a few changes to the starting 11. So Delo gets a nod in terms of starting. So does Lindelof and Lafont. And we also have Sancho starting over João Felix, as we've been opting for Felix over Sancho. And that's now changed. Here's Sancho on the ball. Speaking of the devil, Delo receives the pass from Sancho. Rashford. Oh, his shot is blocked by a central defender. And Fernandez plays it to his left. Malacia on the ball. There's a ball to that far post. Oh, Anthony didn't make the connection that we needed him to make. And it's gone up for a throw-in. Ball comes into the box again. Decent connection from a Brentford player. Lafont makes the save. Bellingham into Rashford. Rashford has Anthony ahead of him and closes down the through ball. Does really well. He's done really well so far. But is that enough? There's Rashford inside the box. 1-0. We've opened the scoring. That came really, really fast. I didn't expect to actually hit them on the break that quick. But Rashford has drilled it into the opposite corner. We'll play them behind nicely into Dominic Solanke. He's one-on-one with the keeper. No. Has to cut it back now. He ran out of options. Maybe he should have took the shot a lot earlier. Lindelof did really well to stalk him. Benister did really well to give him some backup. And I just want us to build upon this lead. I don't want this lead to be something that we rest on for majority of the second half. I want us to get the second goal as quick as possible, as early as possible. All played forward. Rashford with a header. Goodness me. Still 1-0. The ball drops nicely for me. Does make a connection. Looked like it was about to fast track itself into the goal. Malacia. Bellingham. Nice ball into Anthony. Right foot shot. 2-0. I knew it was going to be 2-0. The moment I sized up for that shot. I knew I was going to arrow it across Carmona, and the best in the world dispatches of it nicely. Okay, changes being made now. Fernandez, Malacia, and Benacer, they're off. Cucurella, Vardio, and Szoboszlai, they're making their way on the pitch. This is Szoboszlai's first appearance in a competitive game since his injury last season. And yeah, hopefully can just ease him back into the squad and he can pick up where he left off. He was easily our best signing last season. One of our best players last season as well, easily. Yeah, let's just see if we can continue playing with him the way we did last season as Anthony. All played into the box. Rashford, there we go. Another spectacular goal from Marcus Rashford. Nice ball into the box from Anthony. Another goal contribution from the Brazilian. We're 3-0 up, 79 minutes on the clock. Can it get any better? .83 minutes on the clock. Audio. Bellingham switches play to Delo. Heads it down into Szoboszlai. He gives it back into Delo. Delo's in the box, drills it in. Shot from Anthony, and that's another goal. That's a brace for the Brazilian. It's 4-0. Fantastic play, fantastic football. Played it out from the back. Really patient, breaking down Brentford. I'm surprised that we're able to do so. Look at this. Szoboszlai getting himself involved again. Delo does really well to run to the byline and drill it in. Oh, what? Get this ball out. Keep the clean sheet going. There we go. Clean sheet kept. 4-0 is the scoreline. Lafont does really well yet again. Might be in for a shout for that #1 spot and goal. Fantastic performance from our defenders, Lindelof especially. Anthony steals the show again, the best in the world. Rashford bags himself a brace too. Great start to the campaign. May that continue. We've got Fulham next at Old Trafford. Hopefully we can entertain the home crowd the way we've entertained the away fans. Let's just hope that Harvey Elliott gets over the line. Let's head off into the menu. Okay, so we're going to welcome a brand new signing, someone that we have targeted for a couple of weeks now and failed. But now we've successfully got his signature. 57 million is the fee that we've paid for him. Harvey Elliott is joining from Leicester City and he's joining on a 5-year deal and he's going to be a sporadic player. So yeah, we've got 2 players out of the way now. So we brought in 2 central midfielders. Those are the only areas I really wanted to target, simply because we needed some competition and good competition, and yeah, just good squad depth in general. So what's gonna end up happening now is that Szoboszlai, he's gonna be operating mainly as a number 10, and Bruno Fernandes, he's gonna be operating mainly as a number 8. And yeah, whether I'm gonna have Bruno or Bellingham starting, I don't know. It's going to be based on form. So far, I feel like Bruno deserves to start. Bellingham hasn't really hit the ground running just yet, but I need to get used to using him again because I use him on FIFA 22. And we're going to have Harvey Elliott on the bench as well. So I don't know how we're going to make this work. We're going to try and make it work. Right now, it looks like we're stockpiling, but really and truly, if you see what we go through during the course of a season, injuries, rotation, all the competitions that we play for, like Harvey Elliott, he's definitely going to be someone that we're going to need in that midfield area, especially given the fact that Shola Shatiri and Hannibal Mejbri, they're not up to par yet. One of these 2 players, they're going to have to go, or one of them might have to go out on loan. I don't know. We're going to figure things out, but Harvey Elliott, he's definitely going to be featuring in the squad this season and definitely featuring in this episode. We definitely have enough time, enough games to try usher him into the starting 11. So he may not play in the next game, but he may play in the game after that, just so we can build on his sharpness. Okay, so we're on the way now. Manchester United get the game kicked off. We're attacking to the right, Fulham are attacking to the left. So yeah, we got 3 points to our name after that impressive victory in the first game of the season against Brentford, where we won 4-0, a brace from Rashford and a brace from Anthony. Hopefully those 2 front men can continue their scoring ways. And hopefully the rest of the team can follow up with a good performance as well. I want Bellingham to start hitting the ground running because we spent a lot of money on him. So let's just hope that his performances can pick up as well. He's probably playing decently. He's just not getting assists or goals. But moving the ball around, he's okay. I was expecting a bit more from him, like driving into like the penalty areas and arriving late from time to time. He seems to be sitting back a lot more. Yeah, let's just work with what we've got. Fulham have the ball down this right hand side with Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson up against Mendes. Sessegnon, Wilson with the dummy, cuts it into Dembele. He takes the shot. David De Gea comes up for the ball. I messed that up, and Reed, he scuffs his shot. David De Gea was about to clear the lines or come and deal with that danger, and I got in the way. It would have been my fault. Still 0-0 though. João Felix does though. In the second 50-50. Below. Anthony. Ooh, glides his way into the penalty area. Anthony drills it in. Oh, why did he touch the ball? And Babu got in the way. He was about to deflect out for a corner kick, but for some reason I got the last nick on it. And Ugarte, the Uruguayan CDM. It's definitely a perfect addition for the citizens. Maybe this year they could challenge a bit better. Here's Delo. Anthony. Rashford. We have João Felix on the ball. There we go. 1-0. 1-0, 20 minutes in the game. There's Reed. Wilson. But Dembele with the shot at the near post. This guy's over the bar. Yeah, there's a lot of issues going on here. Oh, come on. Maxi Lopez through on goal. Maxi Lopez with the shot. Thank you, David De Gea. I don't know what's going into my defenders. We can't play out from the back at the moment. We're struggling to do that. And as you can clearly see, we gave up a goal scoring opportunity as Fulham make the first change of the game. Connection between my defenders and my midfielders need to improve. And there we go. Fulham find that goal. Harrison on the score sheet. I must say it was coming. Fulham have been pressuring us in the second half. Yeah, as I was saying, the distribution from the defence to the midfield definitely needs to improve. But our defending in general just needs to improve at this point. Bellingham. Well done, Bellingham. This is the agility that I'm expecting from Bellingham. The guy was moving so stiff in the first half. I think when you up the tempo, the players, they move with the tempo. Let's go. Benacer, long shot outside the box. Benacer, Ishmael Benacer, 2-1. What a goal. What a finish outside the box from the CDM. I wasn't expecting this from him. You know, I haven't been playing this for a while, so you forget which players have it in their locker. You forget that Benacer, he's a deep line playmaker, so he can hit it. So yeah, some changes have been made. Made 3 of them. Fernandez is on for Szoboszlai. Brought on Martinez for Vardio. And also taken off Anthony. Brought on Jadon Sancho, who's playing off the right-hand side. There's Delo. Bruno. First few touches of the ball. Benacer. Bellingham into Benacer. Delo. Takes the ball down nicely. Delo. Rise to challenges. Benacer into Bellingham. Mendes. João Felix. Oh, I was aiming for that far post. The ball falls kindly to Mendes, so the attack is still alive. Benacer. Oh, Bellingham. Under some pressure. Referee, speak to these guys. That was rather aggressive on the edge of the box. And you give that instead. What a clown. Okay, our last 2 substitutions being made. Moukoko, he's on for Marcus Rashford, who's had a really quiet game. And Melasses on for Mendes, who's also had a quiet game. Mendes, he still hasn't really got back up to his match fitness. He's not on green, he's on orange at the moment. And Szoboszlai, he was on a red. So it probably does explain a bit why my players have been off. I've been playing people that aren't ready for match, for game time, I should say. So we've got a few moments remaining in the game. We're only 2-1 up. All ball in the box. Palhinha. Oh, my goodness me. Fulham really close. David De Gea perform a few heroics. No, get that out. Thank you, Martinez. Come on, hit them on a break. What is this guy doing? Who's that? Sancho. Why is he just watching the ball there? He's waiting for the ball to go to him. Just go to the ball and play it back into Moukoko. Well, he's done exactly that now. Moukoko through on goal. Right foot shot. There we go. 3-1. Puts the nail in its coffin. Puts the game to bed. The German striker off the bench. Super sub. Has secured the 3 points for us. Yeah, I was just having a go at Jadon Sancho. He was actually getting on my nerves. I've had a lot of flat-footed players on the pitch for this match. And Sancho did redeem himself by playing the ball the second time into Moukoko perfectly. Moukoko just hits it across the keeper with his right foot. Full-time whistle's gone. 3-1 is the scoreline. And yeah, I must say, again, it's another performance where I'm not exactly happy with it. But we got the win regardless of how flat-footed we were, how poor we were in the first half moving the ball around. And the start to the second half was shocking, so we definitely need to take note of that. A lot of flat-footed players almost cost us, and yeah, we need to get the sharpness up. Let's head off into the menu, and hopefully we could get the sharpness up of Harvey Elliott so we can play him in the last game of this episode. Maybe there's going to be a few more players leaving, joining. Let's find out. Here we go. Man United versus Aston Villa at Villa Park. And yeah, the game's about to get started. As you can see, Aston Villa sporting that 4-3-3 formation. They got Xavi Simons in the middle of Torreira. They've got a really good team, really well-built team. Let's check out our starting 11. So, as you can see, we have David De Gea and Go at the back. We have Timber, Lecrae, Martinez, and Malacia. In the midfield, we have Bellingham, Benacer, and Bruno Fernandes. Up top, we have Rashford, Sancho, and Anthony. So, not too many changes in the starting 11. I already know my strong side. We do rotate a bit, but we do want to get off to a perfect start to the season. Hence why we don't rotate too often. So, you will be seeing the likes of Hannibal, the likes of Shatire. You probably see a bit more of a Harvey Elliott when competitions like Carabao Cup and the Champions League start getting underway. But underway we go. Here we go. We're attacking to the left. Aston Villa attacking to the right. And I feel like this is going to be a challenging game. They do have a good striker up top in Tammy Abraham, a rock in the midfield in Torreira, and Xavi Simons is very direct. As you can see, David De Gea has to work early on as Unai Emery's men take the first shot off the game. It's a corner kick. Okay, so the ball's in the box. Played in by Coutinho. David De Gea comes and commands the area, surprisingly. And just going to try to dictate the tempo now. Play at our pace. There's a Martinez. Plays it down to the left-hand side. Malacia, Rashford, Anthony. Here goes Fernandes. Back into Anthony. He swivels the ball into his left foot. Rashford. Really close to letting one go. Letting it rip. Almost made it 1-0. The ball gets cleared though. Drops straight to the United players in the centre circle. Here's Martinez. Lecrae. Switches play to the right-hand side. Timber takes it down nicely. There's Fernandes gets an advantage. Back into Timber. Bremer. He's in the way. Bellingham. Malacia. Sancho. Left foot shot. There we go. 1-0. Very patient. Get the first goal of the game again. And that's our first shot this time. And we managed to hit the back of the net. Number 11, Jadon Sancho on the score sheet. Something going on with my gaming chair, guys. It keeps going down automatically. It probably means it's time. It's time for a new gaming chair. I might have to invest in a new one. Because, yeah, it's going down on its own. I don't know why. Oh, nice block there by Martinez. Gets the shot to the stomach. Benacer better than that. Gives off. Ooh, well done, Benacer. Gets the ball back, in fact. Anthony. Tagliafico. He knew what was about to go down. Does really well with the interception. Popescu. Tagliafico. Inside the penalty area. Cuts it back. De La Vega with the shot. David De Gea with the save. Oh, my. Bremer with the shot outside the box, centre back. His shot is deflected and it's easy for De Gea to deal with. Easy stats for De Gea to stack up. Bellingham. I didn't really like that through ball, but it still makes it to its target. Nice play there. Bellingham involved for sure. And Anthony gets the assist with the cutback. Marcus Rashford smashes it home. It's 2-0. Timber. Anthony inside the penalty area. Cuts it back. Rashford. There we go. 3-0. 3-0 before the interval. And we are running away with it. Oh, but De La Vega bursts into the box. De La Vega. Abraham with the shot. De Gea with another save. I'm telling you guys. This guy might have to get a new contract. David De Gea on fire in this episode. I know he had a really bad game against AC Milan, but you're allowed a day off sometimes. As we look to hit them on a counter-attack. Timber, ball in, cleared out by Hayden. Harvey Elliott signed from Leicester City for 57 million. He's making his way on the pitch. Bruno Fernandes is being replaced by him. We're taking off Malacia, bringing on Vardio, and we've also brought on Cucurella. No, we already spoke about that substitution. Who's the next guy? Oh, João Felix, sorry. João Felix, he's on for Jadon Sancho. Speaking of João Felix, here's João Felix, Bellingham, Moukoko. A goal already, 4-0, 4-0. Moukoko loves coming off the bench and scoring, but Bellingham, he's now starting to contribute. And I think that's his first assist in a United shirt. Again, we're just destroying teams. This is how we want to start the season. It's obviously going to get a bit more difficult as we go along, but we need to bask in the glory while we can. Distributes it long, and that's it. That's the full-time whistle. Manchester United have won again. 3 wins in a row in the league. Empty seats. Look at that. Very, very uneven. The seat allocation just looks very crazy. Why is the United fans leaving? The United fans and Myro have left. Why are they leaving? We showed them a good time, a good entertaining game. 4 goals. I don't understand that. EA fixed that. But yeah, let's head off into the menu. Let's try to get the transfer deadline out of the way. We could have room for 1 more player, but I doubt it. I feel like the squad is quite good at the moment. The depth is great, and I don't really have any complaints. Okay, so it's the deadline day now. We don't have an idea of who we want to bring in. There are people that do need to leave on a loan, so we've got a few players that are loan listed. We do need to negotiate those moves for them and get them out the door so they can develop. So far, that's what it seems like the deadline day is going to be based around. Obviously, we're going to have a few last moment offers from big clubs for certain players, and we may have to make a few big decisions here and there. Going in for a player, the only player that I'll probably, or the only position we'll probably like try to bolster is the centre back role. Try to bring in like someone that's a young centre back that can grow into a good player potentially. But I'm looking mainly for a right-sided centre back, someone that can challenge Lacroix, because so far Lacroix is the only right-sided centre back that's young, that can last a bit long in the save. And Lindelof, he's obviously got his years numbered at the moment because he's like 31 years of age. His pace is going down. His overall's eventually going to start going down. So we need to start looking to like replace Lindelof. Victor Lindelof is a rock at the back. So I want to find someone that's quite similar to him. Okay, so we have an offer now for Bruno Fernandes. So going into this window, I did not want to sell too many players, and Bruno Fernandes was one of the players I didn't want to sell. I still don't want to sell him. The idea behind keeping him is just that, yeah, I want good quality depth. I didn't sign Harvey Elliott to replace any of these players in the squad. I signed him to add upon the current squad that we've got. So yeah, we're gonna keep Bruno Fernandes for an extra season at least, and we may think about moving him on. Let me know in the comment section below. Should we try to rebuild our midfield without Bruno and see what happens in our save, or do we keep Bruno, see if we can get him to retire in our save? Because I know we sold him in FIFA 22 and no one really cared about it, but I just want to know if anyone wants to see him last a bit longer in our save this time around. Okay, so we have another offer from another Italian giant, Inter Milan. They want Bruno Fernandes for 108.5 million, so 500k extra. Same decision to be made. We're gonna reject that. We also got an offer for Victor Lindelof. I'm not too sure if I want to part ways with this guy. This guy seems to be a real rock at the back for us, but we do have someone. Like I said earlier, we do have someone that we could potentially replace him with. In fact, we're gonna reveal that person, but I don't think the guy's available for now, so it wouldn't make sense to get rid of Lindelof until this guy's ready to join. And the reason why we can't sign the player is because yeah, Benfica, they don't have enough players in that specific position. So yeah, we either got to wait for a release clause to be added to this guy's contract, or we just have to wait for Benfica to be ready to negotiate. Because this is definitely my target to replace Lindelof. I'm not really budging on it. I definitely want this player, only this player. I don't want a regen. I don't want any alternative. I want this specific player. So I'm gonna wait. It out. Maybe we might have to check back in January, but it doesn't make sense to move on Lindelof, especially if we can't replace him right now. Okay, so about to recap our transfer window now. So as you can see, we have spent quite a bit of money on a few players, just 2 players altogether. So we came into this window with only 150 million to spend, and obviously we had to make more money on top of that by selling players. And yeah, we sold Alanga, we sold the likes of Martial, Louis, and Davidson. All of that altogether came up to about 115 million. So 150 million, if you add that to our initial 150 million, that gives us 265 million to spend. And we spent 120 million alone on Jude Bellingham, and we sent Donny van der Beek the opposite direction. So that takes away 120 million from 265. So we had 145 million left to spend, and we also spent that on Elliott, 57 million. So 57 million of that will be deducted from the 145 million, which takes us all the way down to roughly 80 million. I haven't really done the calculations, but it's just like all in my head in some sort of way. Other than that, we did have a few loan moves. So Miranda, he's gone out on loan to a Spanish side. We also got Abbas gone out on loan to, I don't even know which, I think that's a Belgian side. Mensah's gone out on loan to LAFC. I don't know what nationality this team plays, which country this team plays in, but Correa's gone out on loan as well. Duran's gone to Villarreal. Angus, they've got Barbosa, really talented winger. It's going to be a really good player to replace either Sancho or Felix down the line in the save, if we do get to that point. And Mick Hugh, he's gone back on loan to Borussia Dortmund. I know at the start of the episode I said we rejected Borussia Dortmund, but they came in again and they were very persistent. And thinking about it, it's going to be hard to play him over Mendes or over Malacia, and there's rarely going to be games where I can rotate 3 left backs. But yeah, Abbas, he's gone out on loan as well. Fujiwara, Sheffield United, that's his loan move. Castro's gone to Porto, Sheehan's gone to Brighton, and Dominic Day's gone to GD Chavez. I don't know, I think that's a Spanish side. Let me know in the comment section below if I butchered that. Okay, so we're about to reveal who we are gonna be facing in the Champions League just before we go. And as you can see, we have a decent group again, not really challenging, just like the previous 2 seasons. So we've got Bayer Leverkusen, Salzburg, and Trabzonspor in our group, and that's Group E. I don't think there's any other tough groups. Atletico Madrid and Man City, West Ham and Barcelona. Don't sleep on West Ham. Sevilla and Liverpool. I think Liverpool dominate that. Yeah, there's not too many groups that seem too hard to get out of. Bayern Munich, Inter, they're quite interesting. But I think yeah, there's not really any tough groups. But yeah, our group, I'm not gonna lie, we should be blitzing past every team. We should be 6 for 6. I'm just being honest with you. I'm expecting it to be 6 for 6, and if it isn't that, then we welcome the challenge. We don't want it to be too easy anyway. Okay, and this is the league table. We're not really gonna read too much into it, but we are on top of it simply because of goal difference. We haven't conceded too many goals, only conceded 1 goal, and we got 10 goals for goal difference. So at the moment we are on top. We're joint first with 3 other teams, which is Chelsea, Spurs, and Newcastle. 5th place are Arsenal with 7 points. So yeah, the table still hasn't taken its shape. So for the very next episode, you should be expected to see me play against Tottenham, Bayer Leverkusen, and Wolverhampton. And then the very next episode, it will be Chelsea, City, and Trabzonspor. So these fixtures have really outlined the next couple of episodes for me. I feel like these are probably good episodes as well, like Chelsea, City. We have I would say Tottenham and Leverkusen. Wolves are quite good, if I'm honest with you. They're not terrible. We don't always beat them, but we don't always lose. So I don't know. Wolverhampton, I'll just say Wolverhampton's just the equivalent to Trabzonspor. I am expected to beat that team, but these 2 teams here, Tottenham and Leverkusen, Chelsea and City, I'm expecting a challenge. But yeah, if you made it this far, please remember to hit that like button, sub to the channel if you are new, and also hit the notification bell so you know if I want to go live, premiere a video, or upload one. I also like to thank you guys yet again and again for showing support for the channel, leaving likes, comments. Also, like remaining loyal, being patient for me to upload again. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, things haven't gone to plan. I've been making promises to you guys saying I'm gonna edit this, edit that, put this out, put that out, and yeah, a lot of spanners have been thrown into the works, which is quite frustrating. But yeah, we are gonna try work on it and try to give you guys the content that I've been talking about and preaching about. But hopefully you guys aren't fed up over all these false promises that aren't being kept, and yeah, we are gonna try get these things out as quick as possible. Again, thank you, take care for now, hope to see you in the next episode, which is episode 43. Peace.